Imagine this, a feast so grand, the banquet table disappears into the distance, silver candles flicker through the night, and rivers of rare wine never stop flowing. Over 1,700 attendants, chefs, musicians, and maids, serving non-stop for 7 days straight. At the very center of this opulence sits a woman, not a queen, not an empress consort, but the most powerful woman in Asia at the time, Empress Dowager Cixi. And before her, laid out like treasure, weren't just dishes. They were symbols of absolute power, meals that whispered of luxury, domination, and something darker. In one of the most extravagant banquets ever recorded in Chinese history, Cixi spent the modern equivalent of millions of dollars to host a 7-day feast with over 140 bizarre and otherworldly dishes. Some dishes were made from raw monkey brains, some contained larvae grown from lotus flowers, others came from plants that only bloom once every 4 years on a single autumn night. Each plate didn't just feed the body, it fed her pride, her legacy, her control over nature and men. But perhaps the most chilling part wasn't the food itself. It was what she was willing to sacrifice, just to prove there was no one on earth quite like her. The ginseng-fed baby mice. Our first dish sounds like something out of a myth, but it was all too real. These were called ginseng mice. Tiny, hairless baby mice, fed nothing but fresh mountain ginseng and mineral spring water for generations. Yes, generations. These mice weren't eaten right away. They were bred and purified, raised in crystal enclosures, pampered like little emperors. Only the third generation, born of ginseng-fed parents, were deemed worthy to appear on the imperial table. Empress Transversia Matel. And here's the shocking part, they were eaten alive. According to belief, this was the only way to absorb their essence. Guests were expected to swallow the squirming creature whole, followed by a sip of warming ginseng wine. Many Western envoys couldn't even pick up their chopsticks. Monkey brains, served fresh. You may have heard of this dish in legends or horror stories, but in Cixi's banquet it was real and brutally elaborate. Wild monkeys were captured from the sacred Tianhua Mountains, known for their rare medicinal pears. Why? Because these monkeys ate only the pears, believed to bless their brains with healing power. To acquire enough, Cixi offered a 100 gold tael reward to catch 200 live monkeys. In the end, only 80 made it. Here's how the dish was served. A monkey, restrained under a wooden dome with only its shaved head exposed. 4 mountain goat larvae. The name doesn't prepare you for what it really is. Rotting flower stems filled with live larvae buried inside goat meat. First, 3 rare wild goats were captured. Instead of slaughtering them, they were raised until they gave birth. Only the youngest offspring were used. The meat was marinated in rice wine and ginger, then stuffed with white lotus blossoms imported from Korea. These flowers were chosen because after days of fermentation, they attract a specific type of white maggot. After 10 days, the maggots were extracted, fat and wriggling, then quickly sautéed with crushed pearl powder and deer milk. The dish was believed to treat respiratory illness and supposedly awaken the breath of the mountains. The essence of elephant. Despite the name, this dish used no elephant meat. Instead, it was a symbolic delicacy called tin ki voi, or the essence of elephant. Made from a rare blend island bird's nest, distilled ginseng syrup, snow pear water from Yunnan, and powdered buffalo horn. The mixture was dried into a jelly shaped like a miniature elephant and baked in a golden mold. It symbolized strength, wisdom, and divine authority. While not grotesque like the others, it was still a luxury that cost the lives of many animals to harvest. peacock eggs, stolen from the wild. In the imperial court, beauty equals rarity, and few things were more elusive than a peacock egg. Because peacocks hide their nests so carefully, Cixi's hunters had to train monkeys to steal them. Over 100 monkeys were taught to locate and pluck eggs from nests hidden high in the forests. Out of 500 eggs retrieved, a third of the monkeys died in the process. The eggs were steamed in rosewater and wild cinnamon, then served in jade egg cups. The lunar grass of power. Some dishes are rare. This one was almost magical. A pale green herb called fun-chi grass was used, a plant that grows only during leap years and only on the night of the Mid-Autumn Festival. Its lifespan? Less than 6 weeks. Once harvested, the grass was boiled with dragon whisker noodles and deer tendon soup. It was said to bring mental clarity, sexual vitality, and radiant skin, but most importantly, a sense of divine calm, the 100 golden piglets. The final dish was less shocking in ingredients, but terrifying in scale. Cixi ordered 100 suckling pigs, no older than 2 months, to be prepared. Each one was hand-fed with herbal gruel, then roasted whole, skin crackling. Before roasting, they were filled with a blend of cordyceps, wolfberries, and rhinoceros marrow. The pigs were presented with sapphire pins in their eyes, resting on beds of crushed ice and orchid petals. It wasn't just a dish, it was a display of total domination over nature, wealth, and suffering. 7 days, 7 nightmare dishes, one Empress Dowager, whose appetite reflected an empire crumbling beneath her silks. What do you think? Was this simply indulgence taken too far, or a desperate act to maintain power through illusion and spectacle? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for another glimpse into the darker side of food and history.